Hey guys, and welcome in to the Roxy Report. So you really enjoyed the last video I did where I just sat and talked about my changes and just transition and just blabbered for a while. So you know what? I'm gonna do it again. And I'm thinking of having this as kind of a series and reporting on stuff that is different in my life and stuff that has changed. And as you possibly have seen by the thumbnail, what I'm aiming to do with these episodes is to show you every episode a different stage of my life through video and kind of give you my impressions on how I've changed from that point. And it also gives you a look into how I've changed as a person over the last 5 or 6 years. So the video that I have right now is from 5 years ago. Hey guys, and welcome in to vlog 61 on my channel. And yes, give you a little view of outside. And probably people stare at me. Oh god. Alright, show you outside. Here we go. Just not put my finger over the microphone. That would be a stupid idea, wouldn't it? I haven't got a key, so I'm hoping the door doesn't close behind me. Garden. And yeah, my car. Ellie Noir comes out tomorrow. Yay! I can't wait for that game. It's epic. Yes, anyway, thanks for watching. And until next time, that's me, out. I don't know, I don't know how to kind of express how weird that is. I know there's a lot of people who go through transition who don't like to look at their past selves and can't watch their past selves because that's not who they are, and I completely understand that. And if that's how you want to transition, that's absolutely fine. That's each to their own, I think I always say. And personally, for me, I like to look back on my past and who I was, because I think it helps me understand that I'm developing and changing, and it also gives me an insight into how that's happened. So from that video you can see there, I look a little bit different. I also have this really weird deep voice thing going on. I don't know what that was. I was trying to up my masculinity somehow. This video was made before I came out, so I was still kind of putting on the Jamie Gray kind of deep-voiced masculine attitude, which I was trying to portray as me, because at the time I couldn't admit to anyone that I was transitioning or wanting to transition because I was confused in my own head. It's hard. It's hard to explain to people who haven't or aren't transitioning. To a cis person, this is hard to explain because every day, before I started transitioning, and even to this day now, I look in the mirror and I see someone who I'm not supposed to be. And you're probably thinking, well, how is that possible? You're you. It's like looking in the mirror and seeing your worst enemy at school, okay? Everyone had their bully in school, okay? Now imagine every day looking in the mirror and seeing that person. And that's what it feels like. We're basically trapped in this dreamlike state, I suppose, where something's wrong and it needs to be sorted out. And since I've started transitioning, that has definitely been the case, and I'm grateful that I have had this opportunity to be able to do that. I think the biggest thing for me was starting hormones. And when I started hormones, a lot of stuff changed. Firstly, body and body mass, I suppose. My weight is definitely fluctuating. I also look a lot younger. now than I did then. It's weird. I looked quite adult in quite a lot of my videos and pictures, which you'll see over time. It's weird. I look younger now than I did then, and I'm not sure why that is. That might be the hormones. I don't know. Maybe I'm Benjamin Button and I'm going back. Sorry if it's windy. It's getting windy outside. I'm gonna try and cover the camera. Is that better? Yeah. So basically, I'm Benjamin Button, and I'm reverting. So I have an option to start again. That sounds great. I like that. That sounds pretty awesome. Have a second chance, you know? I think the biggest change is in my mind. And I know that kind of face-wise, and my face is definitely rounded out, and it's a lot nicer, and I feel a lot more comfortable in my own skin than I did then. And of course that's been helped along by laser hair removal, which is amazing. And you guys can see it's working. I left my face for like a week up until today, and the only thing you could see were little patches here. The rest of my face had hair on it, but you can't see it anymore. It's like they're all just like completely clear hairs. It's weird. So that has obviously helped a lot. But in terms of my mind, it's hard. It's like something's been unlocked, and I'm able to think more clearly, which is weird to say, but being able to express myself for who I am and my attraction to men, which I didn't have before I started transitioning, which was a weird one. And I've had so many people say that that's the case, and they've had that. Oddly enough, I went to the gender clinic a couple of years ago, and they were like, oh, that's not a thing that happens with hormones. Blatantly it is. I'm just throwing it out there, gender clinic. You're the people that should know that. It messes with your hormones, which of course is connected to your attraction to gender. Now that's not always the case with people. Some people still fancy women and don't have any attraction to men. I'm not saying it's the case for everyone. I'm just saying for me personally, it developed where I now am more prone to fancying men than I am women. And I've accepted that, and it's part of me. And I'm not going to hide who I am from anyone. So, I put up a video a few days ago on my gaming channel, God damn it, Boone, ranting about Fallout. And in this video, I was talking to the camera like I am now, and on that channel, my transition isn't really known. I've talked about it before, but all the people that watch that channel just come from nowhere. They've never seen me before, these people that watch the video. And I kid you not, most of the comments on that video were, oh my god, until you started talking, I thought you were a girl. And what was the other ones? Are you a boy or a girl? Couldn't tell. No, I didn't mention that I was trans in this entire video, so there wasn't any reason for them to say that. And that makes me so happy. I know that, of course, my voice is something I need to work on, and I will talk about that in a second, but I was so happy with that. Obviously something's right, because even people are randomly comment on my videos are being like, oh my god, I thought you were a girl. And that, even though it's a slight backhanded comment, they don't know that I'm trans, so they don't know that they're being offensive. That's fair enough. So, in terms of voice, I've heard a lot of people say about role models, and that you should look at someone that you aspire to sound like, I suppose. So, recently I've been watching a lot of your cast, Hannah. Go check out her channel. I'll leave a link in the description below. because she's from a similar near area where she's in Bristol and I grew up in Bath, which is right next to each other. So we have very similar accents. And also her way of speaking and her mannerisms are very similar to me. So I've been watching a lot of her videos just to try and get a pinpoint on her voice. So I'm using her as a role model. So if you ever see this, I hope that's okay. And that's just something that I want to sort out my voice, because that is the biggest issue, apart from my face, my facial hair. That is the biggest issue that I need to sort out. And it's important for me to sort that out, because I can't go into a room and start talking to anyone without constantly worrying about how I sound. So I'll talk about that in a separate video, I think. But right now, I am doing okay. I'm going to the gender clinic in November. I'm having my laser done on in the start of October. And I ended up, the appointment got cancelled that I was going to be going to a couple of days ago. So I've moved it to the start of October. So my face is A-okay for when I go to a wedding in the middle of October, which I'll hopefully be filming, doing a vlog there. That'd be cool. So yeah. Anyway, if you have any similar feelings to me in terms of your transition and how you've developed over time, tell me how you feel about your mind changing with hormones and that kind of thing, and kind of give me your impressions. I'm hoping this helps someone. But yeah, thanks for watching. Thank you so much for the support. I love you all. You're amazing. But yeah, thanks for watching, and until next time, that's me out. Bye guys.